The account was empty. Not low. Not overdrawn. Empty. Maya stood in the bank's back office, holding a printed statement, and the number staring back at her had 4 zeros where 7 figures used to be. A trust fund worth $1.8 million, built over 11 years by her late husband Daniel, specifically designed to protect their daughter Lily for the rest of her life, was gone. And the last name authorized on the account? Her stepdad, Gerald. Maya is 38. She's been a single mother for 3 years, ever since Daniel died from a sudden cardiac event at 41. Lily is 9 years old and has cerebral palsy. She needs specialized therapy 3 times a week, a team of medical specialists, and a surgery consultation scheduled for next month. Every single cent of her care runs through that trust. Daniel didn't just leave money. He left a structure, an irrevocable trust, carefully designed so that no matter what happened, Lily would always be taken care of. He trusted the wrong person to protect it. Maya called the bank to authorize a payment for Lily's new wheelchair. The transaction was declined, and when she asked why, the representative went quiet, then said, "Ma'am, this account has been inactive for over 8 months." 8 months. Before we continue with this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for updates. The money had been moving for 8 months, and Maya had no idea. She thought back to the day she made the decision she now replays on a loop. 3 weeks after Daniel's funeral, Gerald sat across from her at the kitchen table with a folder of paperwork. He was calm, organized. He'd already spoken to the probate office. He knew exactly what needed to happen next, and Maya, who hadn't slept properly in weeks, who was managing Lily's therapy schedule while planning a burial, just nodded and signed. Gerald was a retired accountant. He'd managed her mother's estate without a single problem. He was family. Her original attorney, Patricia Hines, had flagged it. Quietly but clearly, she advised against giving Gerald sole secondary trustee authority. Maya overrode it. She trusted him. The warning signs came later, and she explained every single one away. Gerald stopped sending the quarterly trust summaries. He gave vague answers at Christmas when Maya asked about the fund status. He mentioned something about restructuring for tax efficiency. She believed him. He was good with money. He was her stepdad. Then the bank confirmed it. The last major withdrawal, $1.4 million, was wired internationally to an account in the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands. Gerald wasn't restructuring the trust. He was dismantling it. Maya drove straight to his house. She didn't call ahead. When Gerald opened the door, he didn't look surprised, and that told her everything. He invited her in like it was a normal visit, sat down across from her, and calmly explained that the trust had been mismanaged from the start. He said he moved the funds to protect them. He slid a stack of documents across the table, prepared, organized, tabbed, and told her she had no legal standing to challenge him. He was the trustee. He controlled the account, not her. Maya nodded. She kept her face neutral, and the entire time, her phone was recording in her jacket pocket. She left without raising her voice. Then she called Patricia Hines. Patricia reviewed Gerald's documents within 24 hours. When she called Maya back, her voice was measured, the kind of calm that only comes when someone already knows exactly how bad something is. He transferred funds from an irrevocable trust, she said. There are strict federal statutes governing that. He didn't just breach his fiduciary duty.
She paused.
He violated federal law. Another pause. And, because he moved it overseas, that makes this a federal crime. Federal crime. Maya had held this man's hand at her husband's funeral. She had let him sit at Lily's birthday dinner. She had thanked him for stepping up, for being steady, for being family when she had nothing left. And he had been planning this before Daniel was even in the ground. Patricia filed an emergency motion within 48 hours to freeze every asset linked to Gerald pending investigation. A forensic accountant began tracing the wire transfers immediately. What they found didn't just confirm the theft, it reframed the entire timeline. Gerald hadn't acted impulsively. For 18 months before the large transfer, he had been making careful, incremental withdrawals, small enough to stay below federal reporting thresholds.
Structured.
Deliberate. The kind of method that requires knowledge, patience, and intent. He knew exactly what he was doing. Every single time. The FBI opened a formal investigation. Gerald's personal accounts were frozen. A property he had purchased 6 months earlier, a home Maya never knew existed, was immediately flagged. Patricia filed a simultaneous civil suit to begin asset recovery. That evening, Maya sat beside Lily during her therapy session. Lily was focused, working hard, completely unaware. Then Patricia called. Her voice was steady.
Certain.
He just broke a law he can't undo. And he has no idea what's coming. Here is what Gerald never counted on. An irrevocable trust isn't just a financial instrument. It's a legal fortress. The moment Daniel signed it, those funds belonged to one person and one purpose: Lily's care. No trustee, not Gerald, not anyone, had the legal authority to liquidate or relocate those assets. Ever. Gerald knew this. He was a retired accountant. He didn't make a mistake. He made a calculated bet that Maya wouldn't look closely enough. He lost. The forensic investigation confirmed $1.6 million moved across 4 international accounts over 22 months, laundered through a shell company registered under a relative's name. Gerald was arrested at his home 6 weeks after Maya's first call to the bank. She saw the alert come through on her phone.
She didn't cheer.
She didn't cry. She just exhaled long, slow, and complete, for the first time in 3 years. Gerald faced federal wire fraud, money laundering, and breach of fiduciary duty charges. International asset recovery proceedings were initiated. Patricia's civil suit secured a court order recovering $1.4 million within the year. Lily's surgery was rescheduled. Her therapy continued, without interruption. Maya signed the final restructured trust documents, looked up at Patricia, and said quietly, "Daniel built this for her. Nobody gets to take that." And nobody did.